Yeah. So wewe umejifunza how to survive kwa hii country.
Who ni local? 1 minute. Wacha niwashughulikie, nimekisha wako poa. Hai, hapo tumemaliza. You're a fan of pilipili? Okay. Karibu. Asante sana. Karibu. Huku imeisha. Ndio maana nimekulinda.
Wametuzamba.
Haya,
tufanye sasa hiyo tu.
Talk to me now. Okay.
Welcome to this episode of Diaspora Scholars TV. So I just met Wanja of Wanja Meals and Cakes.
Yes.
That's your business.
That's my business.
Tell us about it and what this function is about. The meals are marvelous. Tell us more. Yeah.
I'm glad you have enjoyed. This is my first time actually hearing about KESSA.
Yeah.
So they contacted me about a month ago. They told me that they were looking for a Kenyan caterer. And they said they're having an event at GSU and they needed someone who was licensed and insured, and I told them I am.
Wow.
Yeah. So we went ahead and I did a proposal and they accepted to do it, and I'm really, really grateful that this has turned out to be what it is, and I'm really, really looking forward to
doing
the
more
next coming years, because they didn't know that they would be getting such a service
wow.
in town. since they've been doing this for a while.
Yeah, in the same town. Now we were here again last year.
Exactly. So now that we've all found each other, I'm looking forward to having more and more of these events
Next time.
to cater, especially people who've not had Kenyan food in such a long time.
Yeah.
This is really like dish for me.
Okay, so when did you start Wanja Meals and Cakes?
Okay, originally my business is registered as TK's Cakes and Catering, but during COVID is when I started preparing meals and packaging for people and everything. So that is how Meals and Cakes by Wanja was born.
Yeah.
About 2 years ago.
And
of course, coming to America, I think
yeah, so I just stuck with it, and I've been doing this for a long time. I have a culinary background, so I've done this for a lot of years. I used to work for the Hilton as a pastry chef for 18 years.
Wow.
I finally decided to do my own thing, and here I am.
Wow, excellent. And I can tell you the food is delicious.
Thank you.
Very delicious. So, would you mind showing us some of the foods that are there? I know there are people.
Well,
it was so delicious that
it's
everybody.
probably gone by now, but
Yeah, let's just talk about it.
okay.
I went back home and I was able to invite him to come see what we're doing. Maybe at this point in time, I should say exactly what I'm doing.
Wow.
Yes, I'm Dr. Martin Brenner, doctor
That's
at graduate department as a pharmacist.
what I'm talking about.
At the University of Nairobi at master's level. And I've worked for the government ever since I graduated in the year 2004. Been working for the government, the civil service as a way of taking me all over, I think, to build up your profile. So I began working at the hospital as a pharmacist.
Okay, that's fine. That's okay. So I wanted you to say how we can find you. I know it is on there, but just say it again. Look at that.
So like I said, I'm based in Atlanta. I'm very, very
pharmaceutical products,
flexible. I do a lot of catering. So wherever you are, I do travel to
so we do a lot of quality control.
Provide the vision that everybody wishes to have. And like on today's menu, we had the beef pilau, we had the coconut rice, we had beef stew, chicken, chapati, broccoli salad, and of course we do have
so we've been doing that for a long time,
cake that
in the
we
process of trying to
tonight.
increase our scope of testing.
I do
The issue
have
of
Instagram
tobacco
page,
scaling, we came to discover it's a big problem everywhere, including where we're
that's
working.
where all my information
And
is.
so we
You can
began
reach us to us.
trying to get into that
Phone
area.
number
And that's how we
678-557-950.
began some collaborations with labs.
Thank you so much.
Welcome.
We'll be back. We like your food.
So that's
Asante.
a bit of my profile. We are based basically in Kenyatta, and the whole ministry of
Nitakutumia, si umesema namba.
a lot of many changes and transformations. But there was one big agenda is called the universal health coverage. So on the large you find there's a lot of issues have to do with the social health authority, trying to get every Kenyan to get the benefits of health care. But that as well, we've got a lot of focus now on trying to get manufacturing of the products within our setting, that's in Kenya. So we talk about local manufacturing. The local manufacturing then comes to the whole vaccine space. Right now, I think each country is trying to build capacity into vaccine production. With that, then it calls for us then to get to a certain level of operation as a regulatory system, what we call maturity level 4. And so there's a lot of investment that's going through or going into that area. And I think that's where I now say academia comes in. It calls for us then to collaborate with the guys who are ahead of us. And I think if you want to see Kenyans at their best, most times then you find them in the diaspora. And we were able to get into an MOU with Attendees as an example, Dobera. So he's a visiting scientist. He comes and supports us in one or two programs that we are doing. So I'm hoping that we can be able to grow that network even out of the collaborations and the interactions that we get into this place. And that will then be able to feed into the bigger agenda that the government has. For those who may not be aware, I think the Vision 2030 is still being implemented. The only thing is that nobody is implemented in phases, what we call the medium-term plans. And so each government that comes in then plugs in